Hello, Capricorn. This is Fuel the Soul, and I'm here with your reading for September 1st through the 15th. I've shuffled these cards. I'll do it a few more times in front of you all. Then I will break them up and we'll get the reading started. All right. Let's see. Okay. This is for Capricorn. First card is the Seven of Wands. The next card is the Three of Swords. And then we have the Four of Cups. Okay, Capricorn. So I feel for the month of September, Capricorn has some difficulties coming. They're like obstacles. And I actually got this card for, I believe it was, oh God, Aquarius or something like this. And a lot of the messages that were being sent were about taking care of life and what that looks like for Capricorn, and at the point I think it was Aquarius, but at the time, Seven of Swords talks about you having to protect yourself for you. It's like I feel in the month of September you have to have your guard up. I feel that perhaps your guard was down, and in September you have things that are going to start popping up that you'll have to address and you'll have to deal with. And I feel like Capricorn had their guard down and understood. It happens to all of us. We have our guards down a couple of times, always, just kind of not thinking, not having other things come in our path that help us or make us distribute our focus into different directions. Sometimes we have to multitask, and perhaps Capricorn, in the month of September, will have to do this. We'll have to distribute oneself in different directions to address all the different things that are popping up in September. I'm going to move on to the next card because the card that really seems to pop out at me for September is the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords usually speaks of pain, of a sadness, of a hurt. And that's why I kind of wanted to rush into from this card to the other, because this is the card that stands out for me. So I feel like Capricorn is saddened by someone's actions. And there is like heartache, and I feel like there's all these things in September, which is in Capricorn's life, sorry. In September, there's these things that pop up for Capricorn's life. And they're difficult. At some point, they get complicated. The Three of Swords talks about someone hurting you. Someone in your group, someone in your environment challenges you and kind of hurts you. So not only do we have where Capricorn is busy handling the day-to-day and all the obstacles, Capricorn had her guard down, or his guard down. And in September, you've got to bring it back up. because you have these things that are starting to come your way. And these things that come your way, they're not all heartache, doom, and gloom. They are not. But there is someone that, in a sense, breaks your heart or breaks your spirit. That rose is your center. And as you see, one of the swords has been placed in it. And the person on the side has heartache and pain. So it could be as well that you are reliving something from the past, a past pain. And in September, it's resurfacing a hurt that someone hurt you a long time ago or not that long ago. I'm sorry, I can't tell right now. 7 months ago, between 7 and 3 months, someone hurt you, and there's this old pain that's beginning to resurface. And the Seven of Wands, it speaks about the problems that that person left you with, kind of holding the bag. And in September, some of these start to resurface. I keep hearing you had your guard. Okay, put your guard up. Put your guard up. So which tells me that some of these feelings and problems are resurfacing again in September. And so you need to be prepared for those things. It happens. We've all had pain from previous relationships, whether they were business, whether they were love affairs, family. We all have them. And sometimes, even when you think that you're done, something resurfaces again, and it brings back that pain. And it looks like in September, you might be in a cloud. And what I mean by that is that you're not putting your guard up. That guard still might be kind of down. And this is a healthy reminder that you have to put your guard up. You have to focus. You've got to get back in alignment. You are possibly, and I understand because of the Three of Swords, that you're not really wanting to look or deal with the pain. And emotionally, you might just be really drained. And I understand that, and I get that, and I respect that. But you have to really focus and try to pay attention to the factors and the matters at hand. Because these Seven of Swords talk about things starting to rise and pop up in the month of September. Now, if you notice, those swords are back, and the individual at the doorway is up in the front. So, the staff that she holds, the wand that she holds, helps her. Okay? It guides her, it helps her stay strong and keep stable, and it's a feeling of stability and strength, and that person is ready to take on those wands and whomever is holding those wands that you do not see in this card. Okay, but like I said, those wands are in the back, and this individual is up at the front. There's still steps in between them, which tells me there's steps still that are happening for you. This is not all going to happen at once. You will have different matters coming up. That would be, excuse me, I'm trying to hear. That would be natural. That sometimes things will arise all at once, and sometimes they'll come at different times, right? Here we see that we have steps in front of us that tell us These problems have not arrived. They've been they've been sitting back, kind of, and it looks like there is one situation that wants to come up. If you see it, it's actually creeping up first, and then there's a second. The other ones don't have the steam or the strength. So I feel like those will lay back, and you'll have one or two situations that are reminders of your past and now your present, because they're coming up and they're things that you need to address. Perhaps they're just painful memories, painful situations that make you feel this way because you were hurt. And I know your head is down here because you don't want to deal with it. You don't want to look at it. Understood. The Four of Cups talks again about you almost being in a lull, in a deep sleep, perhaps a feeling of depression, of depletion. But the cups floating in the water say and speak of you being able to rise from the problems and to look at them. Look at them. Don't be afraid, Capricorn. These situations, if they're from your past, sometimes you have to address them to move forward. And if it's something that lingers in you from long term, from the past, they may stay with you for a long time. So you don't have to put your full focus on it, but you have to be aware. Your sensors have to be up. You have to be awake. You have to choose to turn the light on. Turn on the switch. You can turn it off, yes, but you have to turn it on and be willing to look at it. I understand that you've had pain. I understand you've had struggles. I've had them too. And I was in that deep sleep for a long time where I didn't look at anything and I shut things out. And you can have that time. But we want to make sure that it's not too long before these situations start to come up and pop up and pipe up sooner than later. You can have order in your life, Capricorn. And these ones that are situations that are pop up can be emotional, they can be financial, they can be mains, they can be money, they can be different things that have been left for you to deal with. But the person at the doorway has it in them. Capricorn has the gusto, has the beef in them. They're ready to take this on. I understand that there's difficulties in looking at them. I know your heart has been broken or hurt. You've been broken, but you have to choose to kind of begin that process of healing and look at them. I'm not saying 24/7, but you've got to start choosing to put your head up and look at it. You can seek help and advice in moving forward with your life. If it's not a healer, if it's not an elder, if it's not a friend, there is other ways of receiving emotional support, but it begins with you. You have to heal. If that means whatever gives you life, whatever gives you light, because in these cards, I see that in only one card that there is light, and it's your last card. So it talks about you actually being able to lift yourself off and find strength. But you have to put your head up and not down. You can't get caught sleeping. This person has their head down, almost feeling sorry for themselves, which I understand. Please, I'm not trying to pick on you. But I'm just saying, looking down and not really looking straight at me in this card and saying, hey, so what's up, right? Let's do this. So I don't see that steam and that energy. I see it in the first card, which says things start to pop up. There's some situations, but the person at the doorway, which is you, Capricorn, is is alert. Okay, wait, it's not alert. Is aware of the situations. Maybe not all of them, but is kind of prepared to fight for what they believe is theirs, what they believe is right, what they believe is their, that belongs to them, that they own, or that they want to address. Like, they understand. I understand you're aware that some of these things are here, but I know that sometimes the pain shuts you down from seeing the full picture. This card talks almost about the full picture. This card talks about you putting your head down and not being alert, not being aware, putting your defenses down instead of putting them up. I think that's what we had heard the guide say earlier, right? Um, that your defense, or your wall was like, your defense was down, and they're talking about you need to bring it back up. You need to get ready for whatever life's tasks come about for you. Sometimes the readings are not easy ones, but they're more about talking to you and saying, heads up, put your head up. I know it's not easy, but get back in there, get back in the ring. You've only got a few more rounds, and you'll get through this fight. You'll get through this fight. You'll collect your winnings. People will acknowledge that you were in the ring and that you fought. You fought life. You fought the obstacles, and you won that fight. Or whether you lost that fight, you put your all in it. No one's calling you some fucking what do they call it when you just take a dive? And you know what I mean? You got people's respect, and you can have self-respect as well. This is all about self-respect, really, at the end of the day, Capricorn. For you, get your head out of that hole of depression. I get it. I fucking have been there. I'm telling you, I want you out of there. I want you out of there. And I want you to get back in the ring, and I want you to fight for your life and for your happiness and for your strength and for your joy, because you fucking deserve it. That's it. You deserve it. I don't give a fuck how many times you fucked up. I don't care if you're the number one fuck up on the planet. You still deserve your shot at life and at happiness. And I'm fucking telling you right now, get your head out and start looking and living at life, because you deserve it. Others, we have all been there, man. And a lot of us have fought and got out of it. And I want you out of it. And I want you to make something fucking great for yourself. I want you to fucking make it, Capricorn. And you can. Don't let other people's shit fuck you and block your life. There's a beautiful road to life. And I've been using this today. There's this beautiful fucking river. And it's flowing beautifully. And there's pebbles on this river, and you're able to jump on one of those rocks, and you're able to figure it out, and you're able to land on the next one because you took on the first challenge. And even though it's hard, there's another pebble in the front, and water's moving, but there's this golden light that's calling to attention, fighting for what's good for you. There's light, there's light, there's light. And I need you to get up, and you're on one of those stones. Start moving, start moving, start looking for whatever fuels you to get you to a point where you start looking at this shit. And so you're not caught like sideswiped, you know what I mean, or sucker punched. I want you alert, and I want you to have your head up, not down. Not down. Man, I want you back in that ring. I want you on that fucking river, and I want you fucking moving forward, because at the end of that river, there's these beautiful fucking steps with some beautiful heavenly golden fucking gates, and they belong to you. Okay? But you got to get there. And I know you have it in you. So get out of this. Get your defense up. That's an emotional defense, physical defense. That's your visuals. That's using all your senses. That's rallying up the troops, your support system, your financials, looking at that, looking at it, and being aware where you're at, where you really are, and then start looking at it and address it. We've all had a broken heart. We've all had our spirits broken. But you can arise from that. I'm living proof, dude. I'm fucking did it, and I know you can do it too. So I want the best for you, Capricorn. Oh, shoot. Okay. So get my fighter back in the ring, okay? Get your training on. You know? Get your team, get your ringside people together. And get ready for the next fight. Get ready for the next challenge. Because I know you can do it. God bless you. I feel the soul. And I wish you all the best. And I'll see you mid-month. Get that head up high. And we'll see you. Bye.